Hey, what's happening, Nation? It's Joku. Wanted to go ahead and take a look at the running back room tonight, kind of see what's going on with it, and get your guys' opinions on it. I was having a tough time trying to break these guys down and seeing who was going to stay and who was going to go. So I definitely want your opinions on it. Please let me know what you're thinking about it. I'm going to show you what I came up with. I know last season we only started the route, or when we started the season, we had 4 running backs on our 53-man roster. We had Jacobs, we had Washington, we had Richard, and then we had Ingold. So I'm curious to see if we run with 4 again. If we do keep 4, we're going to end up having to cut one of these extra guys. I have a feeling that we might end up go ahead and keeping 5 running backs this season because of Bowden. But if we end up doing that, it's going to be one less receiver in that receiver room, so that could spell the end for Rico Gafford or Aguilar. So we're going to have to see what happens with it. I want to put my guys out there. Let me know what you guys think about it. Steven, what's happening, man? Pizza, what's happening? Nicholas, what's going on? 805, I will get to that question in a second. I do think it's a good trade. I just don't know if the Jets would pull it off or not. So let's go ahead and jump into this real quick. I don't want to waste too much time because you know my ass has to work in the morning. But the one first and obvious, it's Josh Jacobs. So we'll move him up here. The kid's a beast. He's definitely going to make this squad. There's no doubt in anybody's mind out there. He's 5'10", 220. He's only 22. That kid is like a little tank that can juke the shit out of you, but he'll still drop his shoulder and go straight through you. So he's definitely going to be on this roster. I truly think that kid is going to set records, like truly set records for this team, and that's some big shoes to fill out there. So I'm happy as hell about him. So let me know. Everybody knows he's going to be on. Anthony, what's happening, dude? The next one that seemed like it was pretty much a definite for me was it's Alec Ingold. These guys make a perfect little team out there. I did not realize, I'm not going to lie to you guys, I did not realize that Ingold was 6'1", 240. He's a big dude. I didn't think he was that big. I knew he was big, but I didn't think he was that damn big. Plus, he's super young. Him and Josh Jacobs have a really good chemistry together, so I'm really confident those two are going to continue to work out. We're going to keep them together for as long as possible. So I really think Ingold's, I don't know if you guys would doubt that, but I think he's a definite spot on this team. He did a lot of damn good things for us last season, and he's a fullback that can honestly catch. Jacobs can catch too. I really hope he gets more involved in the passing game this season. But Ingold, he's a keeper. He's definitely a keeper. Unless something ends up setting him back, there's no telling. Oh, Matt, what's going on, dude? Yeah, Ingold's a beast, dude. He truly, truly is. So that was my 2, like, okay, they're definitely locked in. And then we went out, we gave Jaylen the contract out there, so I'm pretty sure Jaylen's going to stay. He's our 3rd down back out there. Coaches really love Jaylen. I really love Jaylen. Raider Nation loves Jaylen out there. So you have to give him, I mean, we signed him back for a reason. We went out there and made sure we got that deal done before we got most of our other deals done. So, and he's another one that's a definite shoe into that spot out there. So we got our 3 right there. So if going into like last season, we would only have one more dude out there. That's why I'm saying we might end up keeping 5. But these last few, this is where I was having trouble. This is really what where I want to hear from you guys, because this is where it got super tough for me, because I really don't know what the hell we're going to do out there. And I want your guys' feedback on this one. Ingold is the best fullback in the league. Dude, I'm telling you, man, there's very few just pure fullbacks in the NFL right now. And we have probably hands down the best one out there. And I was so happy about that. Just the thought alone of Jacobs having an even better year. Oh, man, I'm telling you, he's in that upper echelon of running backs in the NFL. If he goes out there and does what we all know he can do, think about, like you're saying, dude, think about what he did last season with a broke-ass shoulder. If he goes out there 100% healthy, and we have an offensive line that's 100% healthy in front of him, plus the additions that we did at the receiver position and the tight end position, so we can, they'll never stack the box against us, and then we'll have the extra blockers up front. So I'll tell you right now, Witten's, he might be old, but he can still put somebody on their back. And so that is such a difference maker for Jacobs out there. All right, so let's keep pushing on here. Bowden is a joker. Yes, he is. That is very true. And he's the next one. We'll go ahead and we'll put him out there because he's marked as a halfback on our roster. And we all know from what everybody's been saying, including Gruden and Mayock, Bowden's on this team. They love this kid. They truly, truly do. He's the switch army knife, the gimmick guy, whatever you want to call him. He's going to make a major impact on this team. He's going to be taking a lot of these little slot spots out there, but he's going to be taking a lot of sweeps. And you probably will see him on, like, I don't want to say third down, but like second and long, I could see Bowden coming in there. I could see him coming in there around the goal line just to kind of pull people one direction to free up the other side. He's going to end up being pretty damn good for us, but that's our 4 running backs right there. I mean, if you take a look at it, would you want to start, if we only kept 4, would this be the starting 4 that you guys would want to see out there? I could honestly say, like, I love it. I love the players that are on the list, but it just feels like it's missing something. And it's missing, in my opinion, that number 2 running back. Because we saw Washington, when Jacobs went down, he couldn't fill that spot. That's the reason he's off this team. A lot of people are really high on Booker coming over. I will tell you, man, Booker had an average rookie season, and then it pretty much just went downhill from there. A lot of people will come out and be like, well, he had other running backs come in behind him. And then he did, and he lost his job. Like, he lost his job to these other backs. If somebody comes in there and takes your job, it's because they are better than you. I have a feeling that Booker I'm up in the air on. That's why I wanted to hear from you guys, because I know we went out there and we signed him. But in my personal, honest opinion, I don't see Booker making this team. I see him in there as a camp body. I see him ended up getting cut partway through it. I don't think he's going to end up making this team. It kind of sucks to say, but at the same time, he might go out there and prove it. He was super happy to end up we were coming over to Vegas, and he was always a Raiders fan. He grew up out that way, and he was kind of let down when he went to the Broncos, but now he's excited and he's going to have everything back. So I just don't think it's not all going to add up. It's not all going to work out. The dude had his shot to be a star, not even a star, but to just earn his keep out there, and he wasn't able to do it. And that is what it is. I know we went out there and got him. We got him for dirt cheap, so I really don't think he's going to end up making this team. Oh, where are you guys at over here? No Kyle from the 49ers. No. What up, Raider Nation? Jalen Reagor reminds me of Damian Richard, James White. Yeah, I will give you that. I like the comparison to James White because they both come in on those third downs. They can both catch. They can both end up making those little goal line pushes and getting you through. So that is very real. And I do like Jalen. Jalen's sticking around. That is for sure. Alan Puss. That's giant shoes to fill. I still am not going to say that, but I'm telling you, man, that kid has the potential to be right in that mix right there of being, if he stays healthy, he can go down in history as one of the best backs we've ever had out there. And I'm so excited about that. Running backs that should remain pre-camp: Jacobs, Rashard, Crowell, Ingold, Bowden Jr. Crowell's gone. I had to go back and double check that. That dude is no longer with us. I'm pretty sure he got signed by somebody else, but he's no longer on our active roster. So if he is a free agent out there, I would like to see him come back just to see if he is healthy, but I'm pretty sure he got picked up by somebody else. Jackson, Crowell is not on the team. I would like him as our third. I would like him as possibly our number 2, to be honest with you. Lynn Bowden is our number 2, and a lot of people are saying that, but coming into this season and having him be a rookie and not having this season go off the way that it's supposed to go off, because it's going to happen, but it's not going to happen like as seamless as it normally does. I just don't see him being ready to be that number 2 guy for like those first 5 or 6 weeks till we get to our bye. So I really think we need to get somebody else in there. Booker is overrated, but he has a cool name. I really think he is he's not even really overrated, man. He came out his rookie season. He had like 600 yards. He ended up playing pretty decent, and then it just steadily declined from there. Yeah, I'm done with Booker. I'm telling you right now. If he makes this team, I'm pulling for him. If he ends up being our number 2, hopefully he can get that fresh start that he's been looking for. And I'll tell you right now, when you're a decent running back and you're behind one of the best offensive lines in football, you're going to look even better. So he still has a shot, but in my opinion, he's gone. Well, he will be. Yeah. No, Frank, I mean, you're right, dude. I'm not arguing with you. He probably will end up being our number 2. But I still think we got a shot at going out there and getting somebody else and bringing somebody else onto this team. I think we're definitely going to see that. I meant Damian Williams, not Rashard. Rashard is the most underrated receiving back. I love him. That dude can catch a ball over his shoulder more than most receivers that I've seen in the NFL. He's caught a few in like double coverage. He caught one in triple coverage last season where Carr just dropped that thing in there and he just caught it on the move. I really like that kid. Do you remember running back Chris Warren? He had a preseason All-Star a couple years ago. What happened to him? He came back to camp that next season and was like way overweight. And we ended up just moving on from him. That kid had a ton of potential, like a ton of potential. I really wish he would have kept it together. cutting out early. Just wanted to come and BS, say what's up, brother. Matt, dude, I appreciate it. You know I always love it when you come out. Thank you, man. So let's keep pushing on here. So we got Rod Smith, we got Standback, and then I put all these question marks out there because I really want to get... Man, we were looking at Shady McCoy. I would like to see that. That's a number 2 back out there. There's a lot of backs that are still out there that we could seriously go out there and target right now. I really think it's going to end up happening. I think you're going to see it happen once we end up kind of getting into camp and start releasing some of these guys, and it frees up some more money. So let me know what you guys think about that. But Rod Smith, a lot of you guys were like, don't sleep on Rod Smith. The dude can go out there. He's that big spellback you've been talking about that can come in there and be that number 2 guy and just go in there and punish a defense late in the game and then get Jacobs back in there with fresh legs and like late 3rd, early 4th and just let him finish him off. And I'll tell you right now, man, I just don't think Rod Smith's that guy. He was that guy. He was that guy like 4 years ago when he was in Dallas. But he's not that guy anymore. He had his chance. He was on this team last season when we were depleted at running back. He was healthy and still never got any play time. I just don't think the Raiders liked what they saw in him. They're going to keep him around for camp to see. Maybe he hadn't picked up the system well enough. But as far as just being like a punishing running back, it's not too hard to pick up those plays of just take the ball and drop your shoulder. So let me know what you think about him, man. But I'm telling you right now, I don't think Rod Smith's going to end up making the cut with how deep we are out there. But I mean, at 6'3", 236, that is the back that I've been talking about. Standback's the next one out there. He's 6 foot. He's 231. He's another big body back out there. I really like him. He's 25 right now, but he still has a shot at ended up being on this practice squad and just being able to come in if somebody gets hurt late in the season. Because he has been. He's been on the team for a minute now. He's been learning the system. He knows what we're looking for. I really see Standback as more of a backup to Ingold that will ride the practice squad. And then if Ingold ends up getting hurt, you'll see us bring Standback back. He is a punishing running back. I really do like him, but I think they want him to play a different role than what he's used to out there. And then I really think we're going to end up keeping 5 because of Bowden, and I really think we're going to go out there. I'm sorry it's a bunch of question marks, but there's so many options out there. I really think that 5th running back is going to be a true number 2 because we desperately need it on this team. And I think Lynn Bowden, he has a shot at potentially winning that job out there. But at the same time, they like to put him in the backfield and then flare him out. And then you have him in one of those slot spots out there. So it's a tough one, man. I'm telling you, I was struggling with this. So I want to get your guys' opinions on it. Let me know if you think we're going to pick up another running back out there, or if you think, because we might just run with this. And if we do run with this, then Booker will probably be on this team, and he probably will end up being slotted as that number 2 back out there. But I personally just don't see it happening. So hit me up and let me know what you think about that. Lynn Bowden was on the name running back because we can't place him in the wide receivers because we have too much depth. Oh, man. What a good problem to have finally at our wide receiver position. Doug Martin, I honestly didn't like him when he was on this team the past year. He's another one. He's just past his time. Frank Gore, I would love him. I thought Frank Gore got signed by somebody. I'm not going to lie to you. Frank Gore is your number 2. I know he's old as dirt right now, but that dude can still go in there and get it done. I would take that. I'd take that in a heartbeat. It would be like another Witten out there, and it would give you a true veteran dude out there. Because if you look at these running backs, the ones that we're keeping, they're young. They are so young. Jacobs, Richards, Bowden, Ingold, Standback. Yeah, a lot of people like Standback, man. I'm telling you, a lot of people are high on him. I would love it. If that kid went out there and won that number 2 spot, I would be happy. It's happy as shit about it. I'm not even going to lie. I just don't know if he can do it. He's going to get his opportunity, though. And I'll tell you, man, if we can keep these younger guys and start building off of it, that's really what I want to see. So I would take that. I thought Washington looked better as the number 2. I liked Washington as our number 2, but Washington was not able to step up and play that number 1 when Jacobs got hurt, and that's what ended up killing Washington. We just needed him to spell for a few games, and part of it's our receiving core's fault from last season, because when Washington was in there and you stack the box against somebody like Washington, that play's dead. It's killed. Jacobs has the talent to get out and get around that when they are playing in a stacked box. Washington did not, and we need to have somebody that can go in there and not be a number 1 who plays number 2, but just like a true number 2. Washington almost was there, but he just couldn't quite make it. I love Jaylen, though. Dude, we all love Jaylen. That kid, I was so happy we went out there and just nailed his contract down right away. Washington is Washington is on the Chiefs. And they drafted that running back. They got their starting running back. I really think he's going to end up washing off of that team too. But he might end up getting that number 3 spot and getting a ring out of it. I have no hate towards Washington. I liked him when he was with us, but the fact he went to the Chiefs kind of sucked. But he was getting to that point where it was late in the offseason, and it's like, okay, dude, I want a job. Who's going to sign me? I don't care who I play for. When it gets late like that and you don't get taken right off the board, I don't fault people for going to rivals just because these dudes, that's their living. They're going to go out there and sign with whoever's willing to give them a paycheck. So more power to them out there. Do the receivers next. I did the receivers it was probably about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. I'm going to end up doing them again just because my opinions have changed out there, but it was a pretty cool video. Be sure to check that out. We'll definitely touch on them again. Keep Devontae and release Jalen. Damn, dude. I could see where you're coming from on it just because I understand, but you are the first person that has told me to release Jalen. I'm not going to lie to you. I thought about it while I was making this, but we actually gave him a pretty decent contract out there. So I really think he's going to be around at least for probably the next 2 seasons, to be honest with you. That was a ballsy statement. What position does Bowden line up in the most? He lined up he would always line up as they would be in an I formation, and then it would be like an offset I to where he'd be on one side, the main running back would be behind him, the quarterback would be lined up at the line of scrimmage, but then he would always kind of flare out, or he'd run just a direct pattern out of there. He had a decent amount of carries, and when he was playing quarterback, that option was like their bread and butter out there. So don't get me wrong, the kid can run, seriously run. See here, you guys started lighting this up for a second. Mahomes love Washington, Red Raiders. Yeah, dude, if those two end up teaming up and becoming something, that could actually be pretty damn dangerous. I'm not going to say Washington didn't have the talent. He just didn't have the talent to be that number 1. But I'll tell you right now, a team like the Chiefs do not need a number 1 running back because they just have so much speed and weapons out there. I'll tell you, it's looking a hell of a lot like us out there right now. Gore on the Jets. I knew we went somewhere. We should sign Devontae Freeman. I would love that. I think Freeman's going to end up being too much money. I know he was asking for a pretty damn good bid. I'm pretty sure that's why he's still sitting out there. I thought he got picked up by somebody too. If Freeman was still out there and he came in here and he was our number 2, I would be so damn happy. You have no idea how happy that would make me. Freeman would be too much. The dude's asking for a pretty penny out there. How many total backs do you think we are keeping in the roster? That's what I was saying. I really think we're going to end up keeping 5. Last season and the season before that, we only kept 4, but I really think we're going to bump it up because you have to have a spot for Bowden out there, and he's not going to be... Man, I don't want to sit here and say that he's not a true running back because he is a true running back, but he can play so many different positions. I think it's going to end up making us keep another running back. So I'm curious. Marshawn Lynch. If we were in Oakland, there might be a shot that he came back, but I don't think he'd be making the trip to Vegas over there. Depends on what he is asking. We need a big back. We truly do. And that's the thing. We have some big backs on the roster right now that have a shot that can go out there. Standback 6 foot, Rod Smith 6'3". A lot of people want to see Rod Smith make this team and be that number 2. If he can go out there and prove it, more power to him. Let it happen. Freeman is small, but he's a power back. He is, and that dude can catch. I've seen Freeman play live a pretty damn good bit. So I'm telling you, man, if Freeman ended up dropping his price tag a little bit and we went out there and got him, or we freed up a little bit of money, I would, in a heartbeat, dude. Booker will make the squad. Tupac, what's happening, dude? It's very possible. It is very, very possible. He might make the squad as that number 2. It's just all going to depend if we go out there and get another name. I really think we're going to. Small and thick. Big enough experience that a veteran, yes. With bad knees. Oh, shit, I don't know if that is true. I can't wait to see Bowden play. It's going to be huge. Yeah, I think Booker will make the team. A lot of people, and I'm just putting my opinion out there. So Booker damn well could make this team. I wouldn't be shocked if he ended up getting released. Rather have Lynch. I think we'd all rather have Lynch. Lynch is by committee to Seattle. I really think that is Marcus just nailed it right there. I think Seattle would be the team. All depends on the cap. That is true. I'm curious to see if they don't have fans or with everything that's happening if the cap does change. But the cap's been on a pretty steady rise. I don't see that changing at all. Honestly, this draft looks better than last year before we knew what the 2019 draft would be. I really think we ended up getting a damn good draft class again. I mean, you can credit it all to Mayock out there. I love it. Love every second of it. Booker is rough and tough. I'm telling you, man, if he can go in there and be that guy. I mean, he's 5'11", 219, so he's not like that big back that I was looking for, but he is more of a power back, so he does get between the tackles and he will run that, and the dude can catch, so I'm not going to completely write him off. I'm just saying if we go out there and get even like a Shady McCoy, go out there and sign him for a season, it's going to end up being the end of Booker. But that's pretty much what I got for you guys tonight. Just wanted to break down the running back room. Please put your thoughts out there. Hit me up in the comment section after this and just let me know what you guys think. But you know how it goes. Got to get up and go to work. Thank you guys all so much that came out tonight. You know I truly appreciate it. Please click that like button on your way out. It truly helps me out. But until next time, guys, I'm Son Joku. We will see you guys later.